Well, we are almost through the month of July, and there's been a lot of months since our last check-in, and there's been a lot of things that have happened in the last few months since we checked in with you. So we thought we would just take a few minutes to give you some life updates, maybe talk about what's coming for fall that we're excited about, some of the trends that are really just speaking to us, and just catch up. And first of all, though, Amy got to go on a once in a lifetime amazing trip. And I want to hear all about that. I've been dying to hear about this, and I have not made her give me all the deets because I thought we would just wait and talk about it and share it with everybody at one time. But please, 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 Amy, tell us about your trip.
Okay, well, I put Breely in charge of the reels because she wanted to do reels. So if you didn't see any of our reels, go to my Street Style Instagram page and Breely just showed how fun our trip was in four simple little reels, and that was pretty much the beginning, end, and summary as beginning, middle, and end. But yes, so it probably isn't once in a lifetime for many of you, but for Breely and I, it was, and I'm hoping it won't be the end of that. But my girlfriend's daughter got married in Maui, and we were so lucky that my mom and my two girlfriends surprised Breely and I with tickets to be able to go to the wedding. So we got to fly to Maui. We've never been to Hawaii. And I'll wrap this up really quick. We did some fun adventures, we did wedding stuff, and then we had a couple days not planned. But some of the highlights were that the second day we got there, we ziplined. So Breely and I ziplined, and she loved that. That was so fun. And we got to see the entire island because we ziplined in Lahaina and then we were staying clear on the other end, and I mess the names up all the time. So I won't even attempt it. But then on Wednesday, we just got to go to a beach and we got fried, and we only got in the water to our ankles unless it splashed to our knees because neither one of us are ocean girls. We weren't sure what to do. We were a little afraid. So we just walked the coast and enjoyed the sun and laid under a tree and ate a lot of junk food because calories don't count in Maui. And then on Wednesday night was wedding prep. And so I had the honor of steaming the wedding gown and all the bridesmaids and the mother of the bride, her dress, because she was my best friend since the seventh grade. And then on Thursday, it was the day of the wedding, and I still had steaming to do. So I steamed the gown again because it took two full steams. It was satin and it had been packed. So the day one, I steamed it and let it hang. And day two, I did all the finishing touches to this beautiful satin dress. And then I steamed all the men's suits and the flower girls' dresses. And it was a full day, other than us prepping and going. And then we went. So it was kind of a good down day after a bad sunburn because neither one of us wanted to be out in the sun again. And that was Thursday. And then on Friday, for those of you that have been, we took our Jeep and adventured the road to Hana, just Breely and I. And if you don't know what it is, Google it. It is amazing. It's supposed to have almost a spiritual feeling, but if you've ever played Mario Kart, I kept telling her I was waiting to get hit by a shell. So it's a narrow two-lane road and it's very windy like this. Like the speed limit is 15 miles an hour and you're either going up a mountain or down the mountain, and it's sharp turns, one lane turns, and you have to learn how to yield, and all the locals just rail through you as you're driving. But there's waterfalls the whole way, and it rained and it was beautiful, and we got all the way to the top and got to do a 4 mile hike through the bamboo forest and get to a 400-foot waterfall at the end, and then we hiked out and came back. Got eaten alive by mosquitoes on our way out, so thank goodness we did the hike at the very first of the day because I'm an early morning hiker. I think we left at 5:30 that morning. It's a 2.5 hour drive because the road is so slow and windy. And I'm a hiker, so I knew to get there early. And on the way out, there were families coming with little children and like slippery, like flip-flops. And it was a slippery trail because it rained in the forest. And you could feel the humidity starting. And I don't know why people would want to hike that in the middle of the day, like at all. So by the time we were coming out, we were hot and tired, and you don't realize because we're in the high mountain air, and it's hard for people to hike at my climate. So I'm at like 6,500 feet above sea level at my house, and usually I hike around, I get up to about 8,000 feet. And you get tired, but nothing, man, a simple 4 mile hike was easy to go. My lungs didn't get tired. But by the time I came out, my hands were swollen and we were very thirsty. So it's totally different ball game. And then we drove that road all the way back down. And I kept telling Breely, my shoulders are tired. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I'm just not wanting to crash. So we didn't get to go to the Black Sand Beach because my navigator didn't kick back on and I missed it. So we missed out on one of the stops we wanted to go to. And then on the way back, we were going to stop at what is called Turtle Beach because we wanted to see the sea turtles. And that beach was fine. It's a locals beach. It was very windy, so we were looking really forward to watching the local surfers and seeing the turtles. And when we got there, there was just a little section of where the turtles were roped off. So I was like, you know, great, but you couldn't really get close to them. And then we were going to walk up and watch the sunset. And let me tell you, if you've never smelled marijuana before, that's the beach to go to. So it was so strong. And I was like, it put me in a little PTSD for some of you that know my story last year. And so I looked at Breely and I was like, do you want to stay at this beach? And she's like, no. So we went and got shaved ice instead. And the shaved ice with ice cream is all the rage. You've got to have it. And we love chickens and they run wild everywhere. So it was so fun for us to see little hens with all their baby chicks just wild, and they are healthy. It's so fun to see these little tiny baby chicks scratching and just running crazy. And we named the different breeds of chickens, and I found some of my favorite roosters. And so that's fun for us. It kind of gave us a little bit of home. And then on Friday, that was Friday, and Saturday we had still not gotten in the ocean past our knees. And I told Breely, I said, Grandma Joe, which is my mom, and Amy, which is one of my friends that sent me, will be so disappointed if we do not snorkel because they gave us the full face snorkel masks. We went and bought noodles. They were sold out in 3 stores, so we even like tracked down a noodle. And luckily, one of my other friends and her husband, they were going to come hang out with us. And I said, well, we don't really know what we're going to do, like how to do this, but we're going to try and snorkel. And she said, oh, well, my husband Owen is completely certified and he's a free diver, so he'll help you. So it completely wrapped up the week the best way possible. He got us out in the ocean, he kept us safe. We didn't step on a sea urchin, so that was good. And then on the way out, Breely did trip on some lava rocks and kind of cut her arm up. And it upset her, but I think it was only because she was so tired. So she cried a little bit, which is not of her character. We were sitting on the towel, and I said, come on, Brie, let's go back out in the ocean because we snorkeled at 8 a.m. and we were going to be there all day. And she looked at me and she goes, I'm just adventured out. And I said, okay, then we had a successful trip. We did well. We got to see the whole island. We kind of ate where we could eat, and we're gluten free, so that was a little hard. And then Sunday was the day we were going to leave, and we got a 4 o'clock checkout, which was amazing. And so we decided to go to church in Maui, and we found a Tongan speaking church. And so it was so cool because we got to go to church. We didn't understand a thing they said, except the funny part was they asked us where we were from. We're both blonde with blue eyes. And we said, Utah. And he goes, I should have known. So they can speak English, but it's their preferred language is Tongan in this church. But man, there was probably only 30 people there. But when they sang, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. The entire chapel was just amazing. Their voices, they carry the songs, they praise the Lord. It was so incredible. And so we finished our week in Maui at church, and then we went and ate lunch and got to see more chickens and headed to the airport and traveled for 2 days because we left on Sunday and got home about noon on Monday. The layover, the time change is hard coming back if you haven't been there. If you have, you know. But it was just amazing. So yeah, hopefully that was kept it short and sweet and gave you the details.
That's awesome. I'm just so excited you guys got to go. And
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to go back to go to the Black Sand Beach.
Yeah. Well, we want to go to a different island if we get to go back. But we also have different road trips planned, which one is Rebecca, and we have a whole spring break next spring, by the way, a whole week, which we never get here. So um, we definitely are going to do a little bit more traveling, the two of us, and it'll be fun. So yeah. So tell us what's been happening with you. You've been busy and you've had crazy storms and oh,
Yes, 2026 has been tough on the Mother Nature front. I don't know who ticked her off, but
maybe
she's
it's because the horses are running this year. It's the year of the horse, and you know when a storm comes, they all start running.
well, the horses are broncs from Mother Nature's standpoint, evidently. So they're, yeah, still trying to patch things up on the farm and basically wiped out my peony crop this year.
Oh.
And so financially fairly devastating. But it's also figured out that it can rain here again. So we've had more moisture right now than what we've had for the last several years. And so I'm so very, very grateful for that. And honestly, as devastating as some of this has been for us, it's not nearly as bad as what some people have had it. So I'm thankful that all of our horses are safe. We still have a house. There's just so much to be grateful for. But the big project has been getting the mum pad up and going. That started late May, and I needed to replace all of my drip irrigation out there because it had been about 5 years. And so everything, I'd been kind of patching it back together, but it just needed to be replaced. So that was a big project. And now those babies are out there growing, and I'm so excited for what's to come with those this fall. And just a lot of fun projects. So I just, my brain won't shut off. It just constantly dreams up new things. And I'm excited and looking forward to being back on the road and seeing my clients with Cabby and bringing the absolutely gorgeous fall collection to them. So it's kind of mentally shifting gears here.
Yeah, this is that kind of time of the season for those of you that don't understand. We are juggling kind of ending a season, getting another one going, and it's our summer season with our kids. So it's kind of a lot of plates in the air at one time, and it's a challenge for sure. There's not a lot of downtime, but it is also kind of exhilarating. It just kind of ramps you back up. Um, I don't know. I feel that way too. I'm so sorry about I know you've been in my prayers a lot and I keep you on my prayer list and I'm so grateful that you're getting rain because it is extremely dry here too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. And I was just talking to somebody down by Wichita, well, east of Wichita, and they're in a pocket that is still not getting any moisture. And so it just seems like there's pockets of uh, abundance and pockets of just really dry. And we're kind of somewhere in between. So we'll take it.
Yeah. Well, that's you know what? I don't know if you and I have talked about it. I think we have, but I'm hearing just even though it's hard, so much gratitude in your voice and I was talking to my mom the other day, and it's amazing what's happened this time last year versus now. And to go back and reflect, and this time last year, I had no idea what was happening. My son was in rehab, my marriage was upside down. Like there was so much going on. And hindsight, rear view mirror, is such a blessing because you can see the blessings that parallel the hard when you take time to kind of go back and reflect. And, my word of the year is gratitude. And I still can look back at the hardest moments of last year and I don't feel the hard anymore. I can still recognize the devastation at certain points, but my heart is just so full. And I think that's the one thing that they say, you surround yourself, you become the 5 people that you surround yourself. And I'm so grateful for my close-knit family and friends. I mean, you're one of those close-knit people. Our clientele, I don't think you women realize that, when you're invited to a cabbie experience, it's because they want you there. It's not because maybe you have money or maybe you don't or anything else. It's because they only invite the best of the best to their cabbie shows. They want it to be. I've never had a cabbie show. I think once, and this was like 20 years ago when I very, very first started cabbie. I don't think I've ever had a cabbie show with women that are catty and mean to each other. I just haven't. And so, I look back, the examples of humility, the examples of gratitude, hearing your own stories helped lift me out of mine when it was so hard. It just really, perspective is everything. And, we're all of different faiths, but I can also say when you're surrounded by people that love the Lord, and maybe they don't believe in Jesus, but they love God, there is that center. Or even if they're just very spiritual people in their own way, there is a kindness that is shared, and there is a gratitude, and there are blessings that are shared. And I can't even tell you, I have learned so many lessons. I learned I had to be humble. I had to ask for help. Asking for help is one of the hardest things that I could personally do. I've had to be humble and take help when I didn't want it. And now I am so grateful for those things because I just want to do more for other people at this point. I want to be able to give some of those blessings to other people. And our trials are all different. But Rebecca, I wish I was your neighbor. Like, you're such a hard worker. You've got so much grit. You are one of the most genuine, kind, authentic women I've ever had the privilege to meet. And just knowing that
It's 3 o'clock.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but my computer likes to tell me what time it is. So it's 3 o'clock
o'clock.
Mountain Time. But to wrap it up, I just wanted to tell you I'm so grateful that you've been shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm with me I don't even know how long we've been doing this now, 7 years, long time. But you are one of those people that completely enhances my life. Even when we both have those moments where we're just like, we have a come apart, it's one of those things we allow each other to be in that moment and then we say, okay, pick it up, move forward. And I'm so grateful for you. I'm sorry for the challenges that you've had. I'm so grateful you're getting rain. I'm so grateful your horses are all right and that the damage that you've had has been minimal and something that you can take care of. And more than anything, I am grateful that this past year allowed you to get back on a horse and that your back has not been giving you the problems that it had been giving you, and that you have been able to function in a more healthy way and state of mind, because watching you suffer and watching you not be able to ride was heartbreak for me. And I'm so grateful that you have had some blessings along the way as well.
Yeah. Well, wow. Thank you. Thank you for those edifying words and statements. And I could say all of that right back to you. But I just, for those that, uh, yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying watching you figure out just how capable you are and different skills that you may not have known that you even had, or you're figuring things out, things that you haven't had to do that you're doing now, and you're just attacking all of these new experiences with a veracity and an openness and a cheerful heart, even when it's not fun. It's just been such an inspiration for me because I know that you've been battling worries of not being able to handle things, and uh, you are proving time and time again how capable you are, whether it's putting new tires on your lawnmower or replacing the battery or, just everything. So I am thoroughly enjoying watching my friend branch out and do many things for you and for Braylee, watching your sweet grandkids grow up. I can't believe that your latest is over 2 months old now. You've got so many great things happening, and I love to watch you just grab yourself back up by the bootstraps. And there's days that are hard, but you don't live there. You are constantly forging ahead. And like Kevin always tells me, he just says, he says, fall forward, baby, just keep falling forward. So,
I love you. You're not supposed to make me cry.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, for those of you that have joined us, thank you. We love to give you a little peek inside our lives as you share yours with ours. And I don't think you really fully understand that you are the reason that we continue to sell Cabby. You are the breath behind our businesses. You are the energy that we get and gain. And you have stuck with us even when our businesses have had to take a back seat. So thank you for your support and your love. And we can't wait to see you this fall. So if you feel inspired to host, we would love to guide you through that experience. I would love to guide your clients through the collection. We are not there to teach them how to shop. We are not there to pressure them to buy a shirt. We are simply guides of an experience that hopefully they walk away feeling grateful and grateful and have a wonderful heart and enjoy the evening because we know how many women are also battling their own battles and finding gratitude along the way. So maybe that's what I used to think I was going to get a tattoo that said embrace the suck. Now maybe I should just say fall forward, baby.
Keep falling forward.
Yeah. Well, I love you. Thank you for joining us, ladies. We hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you next week.